Hi, I'm Ben.
I'm Miranda.
And I'm Ben.
And this week we're going to make one of the most fun camp snacks that there is.
Pretzels!
And not the small crunchy ones that come in the big old bags either.
Nope, we're going to teach you how to make the bigger, better pretzel. The big, soft pretzels that we eat at camp.
This recipe will make about 12 to 14 big, tasty pretzels.
To get started, here are all the tools you'll need to make this recipe. An oven and oven mitts. A large baking sheet or two with some parchment paper on top. Some clean counter space. A baking brush if you have one. Some measuring cups and spoons. Some bowls of various sizes. Probably you'll want one larger and one smaller. And here's the complete list of ingredients you'll need for this recipe. There will also be a written version posted in the comments.
Alrighty kids, let's get baking.
First, we're going to start out by measuring out 1.5 cups of warm water. Not too hot, just pleasantly warm. Then, we'll measure out 1 tablespoon of yeast and 1 tablespoon of sugar into the bowl with the warm water. Once you've stirred it together, let it sit for about 15 minutes.
Now that our yeast mixture is ready, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt and 3.5 to 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Let's start with the salt. Start with closer to 3.5 cups of flour, and if the dough is still too wet, add more flour slowly until it's a nice consistency.
Mix and knead it all together. Once it's all mixed together, you can start to shape your pretzels.
Grab a handful of dough, about this size.
Roll it out into a big long snake like this. And now we fold the pretzel like so. It doesn't matter if they're a bit uneven, it just adds more character.
Those pretzels are kind of boring. I'm gonna make mine into fun shapes.
Once all your dough has been shaped into pretzels, or other shapes, place them on your baking sheet, at least 1 inch apart from each other.
Then we have to coat the pretzels in some sort of wash. And there's a couple different ways that we can do this, depending on what kind of pretzel you want.
One way to do this is by mixing 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of water in a small bowl. Then, brush a bit of the mixture over the top of each pretzel, covering the entire surface. Then, sprinkle a bit of salt over top.
Instead of doing an egg wash, you can also coat the pretzels in melted butter, melted margarine, or olive oil. At camp, we almost always use olive oil because less people are allergic to it. If you're using olive oil, pour a small amount into a bowl and add more as you need it. If you're using butter or margarine, start with 3 tablespoons and you can always melt more butter if you need it down the line. Once you've done your brushing, sprinkle on some coarse salt.
If you're not too keen on the salty, savory pretzels, and you're looking for something a little sweeter, then oh boy, is this the method for you. We're still going to coat the tops with a butter or margarine, but instead of salt, you're going to mix together a 1/2 cup of sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon.
Once you have topped your pretzels to your satisfaction, it's time to bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes.
looks like they're done.
Wow, look at those toasty pretzels.
They look great.
Remember to let your pretzels cool for a few minutes after they come out of the oven.
Then you can enjoy your pretzels.
Be sure to send us photos of the fun pretzels that you guys make too.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more activities on the Camp Facebook and the Camp YouTube channel.
Down by the banks of the hanky-panky where the bullfrog